Hi, everybody. This is Harry Jacobs, North of 60 Gamer for the North of 60 Gaming channel, and it's another Tuesday. What do I do on Tuesday? The same thing I do every Tuesday, which is kind of look at 5 Kickstarters, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to look at 5 Kickstarters that have just come up. So I'm not looking back. I'm looking at Kickstarters that I'm interested in adding to my collection. I'm going to talk through it. I have not looked at these. So you're going to go through it just the way I do it. Hopefully you'll make up your minds of whether or not you want to support these. Most of them are already funded, so it's a no-brainer for most of these. But I just thought I'd show you some of the more interesting aspects of the projects that I am looking at. So without further ado, let's go and look at the projects. So let's take a look at the first project, Doomlings. Funded in 49 minutes. They were looking for 12,681. They've got 28,000. It is their first day with 30 days to go. So this is funded with 311 backers. This is a first time created by Justice Mayer. This game is basically a Flux-like game. So the rules kind of get made up as you go along. The premise is that the world is going to explode. You can't do anything about that. So the best you can do is try to make your civilization as best you can, gain the most points, and come out the winner before the final catastrophe. I did get to play this game, so it is a rather decent game. I did enjoy playing this game. So I'd like to go back, and I'm going to look at backing this. It plays in about 20 to 45 minutes. My wife and I went through this a couple times. Plays very, very quick. You're going to score the most points. It's a tableau building game. Basically, you're building a tableau for the most points. Very simple to play. There's catastrophes. There's a number of catastrophes in the deck. You basically split your deck up. You put a catastrophe in each third, and that's how it works. A la Pandemic. There's different traits, purple traits, colorless traits, dominant traits. There's the different ages. You have a gene pool. That is the number of cards that you can have in your hand. That goes up and down through the game. I did preview this, and it is available on my channel. There's different reward tiers. So this is the classic, everything you need to play. Looks like the black box has more black box upgrade, and then the gold edition has gold edition stuff. Oh, it has all the classics, all the black box, plus this $69. And of course, an exclusive playmat. Always good to have an exclusive playmat. Looks like there's some milestones, but we really haven't looked at them yet. The number of backers, as they reach the tiers as well. So there's a number of different stretch marks that we're going to be looking for, or stretch goals we should be looking for, not stretch marks. We have a couple of game reviews, which is good. Shipping US is $5. Canada is $12, which is what I would kind of expect. For myself, if I was going to go in, I'd probably go in at the black box or gold, because for $12 for a $25 game really doesn't make a lot of sense. So again, we have a $25 bid for the first level, the early bird. We have a black box for $45, and the gold edition is $69. Or you can get the immortalized, $699. You can immortalize yourself in the game itself, I guess, if you want to spend $700. My recommendation here, probably if I was going to back this, is probably either the black box or the gold level. I am not sure I'm going to back it at this point. It is a fun game. I do have a prototype here that I did. So it is worth minimally the $25. If I was going to buy a game and I saw this at the store, certainly I would buy it for $25. I think it's better than Flux. However, at 50, when you start to get into the the bigger pledges at $45 and $65 for just a card game, I don't know. That starts to get a little bit like, do I really, really want to go that high for just a card game that really is just flux? But that is your decision. I just want to point out that this is a good game, and certainly the $25 game mark is good. I just don't know whether the two higher tiers are really worth it at this point for me. But let's put a reminder on it. Let's look at Monsters and Meeple, already funded, almost 1,000 backers, 17 days to go, and you can see it churning up. 12,681 they wanted, 56,000 they got. This looks like a fun game. Defeat the Dark Council. Let's save the city. 1 to 4 players, solo mode, always good. 45 to 60 minute, quick setup, quick play, obviously, good. Ages 13 and up, great. And the game is $49 straight out of the box. We've had Rado looking at it. We've had Tabletop Tolson, Neverboard Gamer. We've got Rado's Run Through, Meeple and Monsters. Looks like the author. We have John Gets Games, which is good. AEG, very trusted company. I love a number of AEG games, really like their quality. We have a designer, Midgard Police Precinct, so a well-credentialed designer. We talk about the gameplay. We've got the different pledge, and there's only one pledge. It's really $49. We don't really talk about stretch goals, so it doesn't look like there is any, and if they are, they'll add it later. So here's the rub for me. It's a $49 game, which I think is perfectly priced. Then you look at the shipping to Canada, $28. So you want me to spend $50 on a game, US, and then you want to ship it to me for almost $30. So it's a $77, $76 US, which converts to about $99. This is not a $99 game. I do hope it goes to retail. That's where I'm going to pick it up. And I can wait because it's not going to ship to March of next year. Quite frankly, this is a hard pass for me because of the shipping. This has nothing to do with the game. I think this is going to be a great game. I think it's going to be a fine game. It's got everything I'm looking for in a game. Looks like good quality components, good rules, simple to play, solo, high quality components. But I can't justify 3/4 of the price of this game to be shipping. Let me know how you feel about it. Go down to the comments, make a comment, and tell me, Harry, you're out to lunch, because we can agree to disagree on this. So let's move on to the next game. I wish I could back this one. I really do. I cannot. This one, I am not a role-playing game, but I wanted to point out, you can see it churning up. First day, Coyotes and Crow. This is an all-indigenous designed game. The Connor Alexander is from the Cherokee Nation. This is wonderful. Great to see a indigenous game. I live in an indigenous area in Canada in the north. 50% of our population is indigenous. I am hoping that he will send me a preview. I have asked. We'll see whether he does or not. But certainly I want to point out that how important this inclusivity is to our gaming community. And I think this game is important because of being a strictly indigenous role-playing game done by an indigenous designer. It is funded. I am not into role-playing particularly, but I think from my perspective, it is worth backing because of the inclusivity that I would like to bring to the gaming. And you can see I've already saved it. It is a role-playing desktop. So I'm looking at this. Generally, again, I am not a role player, but I think for me, I think it's just important to back it. So I would back it just because I think this is an important project. Again, if you agree, let me know down below. Ragnaroks. Now, I have not looked at this. It is from the designer of Santorini. It is Gray Fox Games. I like Gray Fox Games. So it's got a good background in terms of quality materials and a company behind them. It's Gordon Hamilton is the designer. You can see it looks like a map on some sort of platform. It looks like you get exclusive already upgrades. So what's in the box? It looks like we have the Midgard board. So it looks like it's based on Viking minis, runestones, myth cards. Doesn't look like all the art is here. But this is how to play. Move a Viking. Place a runestone. Oh, okay. Looks like an area control. Extra runestones. We have some timed releases. So I don't think they're doing stretch goals. Maybe they are down below. But it does look like they're going to be releasing more and more about this game as we go, teasing us along. We've got some reviewers, which is good. We've got Alex over here and his wife. That's good. Shipping is $15 for Canada, which is good. Let's take a look at the pricing, though. $45. So this game is coming in at $45 US with a $15 shipping fee. So this is what I would have expected from the first game that we looked at. I would have the Meeples and Monsters. $49 game, $28 shipping. Here's a $45 game, $15 shipping. To this, I would back this game. I'm not going to back it today, but I am going to put a reminder on it. I think it has everything I want in a game. And you can see how, for me, how the price changes when you're looking at the value of the game. Yes, $15 shipping for a $50 game. Yes, that's still 25% of the value, but it's so much different than 75% of the value. So $65 US for a game, which would roughly translate to about $80 Canadian. Yeah, I think that's okay. Moving on to the last game, which is So You Have Been Eaten. This is doing really well. 109,000, almost 110,000, 2,000 backers. It's a two-player game. It says 0 to 2 players. If you look here, I don't know how you can have 0 to 2 players, but it's a 30-minute game. It looks like you've got eaten by some monster, and you make your way through the digestive tract, perhaps, and you're supposed to come out alive. I'll have to look at this a little closer. I think it's intriguing, especially if there's a solo mode. We've got some good, the premium edition, which I would certainly back for the goodies. Look at some resin base, some wood meeples, double screened, mini expansions. Oh, we even have a collector's edition. Oh my God. Triple layered double side board, dice towers, tuck boxes. Wow. Yeah, there we are. We have Rule School, the Game Boy Geek, the 2-player game, the 1-player game, the 0-player game. The 0 players doesn't mean the game will be not set up and play itself. And no, that probably doesn't mean it count. It's 2 AIs against each other. Wow, that is unique. You play both the AIs and just let the game play itself. Tabletopia, Tabletop Simulator. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we're good here. This game, let's take a look at the price here, because this is the dividing line here. $29 for the basic game, $39 for the premium, $49 collector edition. Okay, I love solo games and 2-player games. Let's just go down to the bottom for shipping. $19 shipping. A little high, but I think what you're getting in the box for $49, it might be worth it. I like it. And in fact, I'm going to just put a remind me on there, but I'm coming back. I think if there was any one of these 5 that I'm going to back, it looks like this will be the one that I am going to back. One Stop Co-op, I've always loved their stuff. Board Game Ramblings. So You've Been Eaten, yeah. Oh, yeah. you've got Paul Grogan, John Gets Games. This game looks like the big winner for me. So that is my look at the Kickstarters this week. I'm excited about this one, and just because I want to be eaten alive by some monster. But that's it for me now. I'd like to keep this short, under 10 minutes. So thank you very much for watching. My name is Harry Jacobs. I am the North of 60 Gamer. If you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, please do. I am looking for subscribers, though I am not offering anything. I'm not looking for patrons. I do this because I want to do this. I am not a paid previewer. I don't get games thrown at me, though I have had a few given to me to preview, like Doomlings, and I'll say up front that I did like Doomlings, and my wife and I did like Doomlings. So that is a good game to back. But this I do for you, my audience. Hopefully I'm teaching you about games a little bit. It is okay. I also want to appeal to the older players. It's okay to be over 60 and like games, because I am well over 60. And I love games. And with that being said, we'll talk to you next week about Kickstarter. I do have a preview that came up this week. I previewed a brand new game called Quests and Cannons. And set up on my table for this afternoon is Evil Corp. So if you ever wanted to be a billionaire evil genius, that is the game for you. And we're going to be putting that up sometime this week too. So thanks very much, everybody.